Folks, we're going to start our study session. I just got one Commissioner Deeds that was just delivered to me by the Deputy City Clerk. Councilor Caldwell.
Thank you, Pro Tem Hogan. Blessings to all today. I have items 9 through 14 and 9, 10, and 11. No, 9 and 10, I'm sorry. We had a committee meeting on. We discussed several things at that time. We're still waiting on some information back from Parks Department, so we will continue to hold that. But everything is all set and ready unless Commissioner Byrd has anything else. We're all set.
Okay, so we are holding 9 and 10.
Yes,
and
we're still
11
waiting on some information.
And 11 through 14 are ready. Okay,
Yes.
Councilor Mashuk.
Thank you, Pro Tem. I have item 15 to 22. We had a very good discussion last week, and just to be on record, next year when we renew these items, we want to make sure that we continue to search for options in terms of folks that want to also bid for these projects. And I know there's a constraint around, specific requirement for each equipment. But any questions, councilors? All right, that will do it. Thank you.
Councilor Monto for Councilor Gathers.
Thank you, President Pro Tem. Councilor Gathers has items 23 through 53, and those are all ready if nobody has any other questions.
Sorry, Councilor, 28, 30, and 31 need to be held.
Oh, 28, 30, and 31 need to be held.
Okay, okay, Deputy City
28, 30, and 31.
Okay. 31. Okay, hell, okay. Okay, then I have my agenda. I have, Mr. Barry, you'll give us, we'll be talking to you regarding the special use permits.
I emailed you the information.
Okay,
I think that's sufficient.
okay, maybe we can just touch base quickly, okay. Okay, and I have item 56, 57. If there's no opposition, I will move them, along with 58. 59 is a local law, so we'll be holding that, or
We're gonna introduce it in table, or
introduce and table.
that's what you wanna do?
Okay,
You always can come back to it if you want.
and 60 is ready to go, too. So, and then we have, by Councilor Hogan and the rest, this is a street sign to honor Mr. Michael Venat, who has done great community service over the years. Councilor Williams.
Thank you, Councilor Hogan. I have items 62 through 67. Item 62 will be withdrawn. Item 63, you got a minute, Vicky?
Good morning, Council. Veronica Buss, Deputy Commissioner of Finance. Item 63, we've been working on. My understanding was you needed some additional information, but I don't know what information you needed.
So you and I had been talking, we talked about a lot of different scenarios in our public hearing, and Madam Clerk, am I correct in that what is currently on the agenda doesn't reflect a lot of what we had talked about?
Right, that's, yeah. And you guys
This
did-
was the old agreement.
That's
So,
the old- that was
so if, obviously I would update it, but I don't know which of the options that I presented to you that you chose. And so once I know that, I could present a letter to the clerk and
Yeah.
You're making
So,
something like month to month, maybe until you guys discuss more.
yeah,
So you're gonna, so in this case, it depends on what you're gonna do. If you decide not to do, if you decide to go month to month, what you talked about, I would suggest that, a new letter be issued and you go month to month until you decide what you're gonna do. Because in the letter, that she presented, it includes a renewal period. Yeah, so either way it go.
I'm not sure if they'll go for a month to month, but I can certainly inquire.
yeah, I know that you and I had mentioned, or we talked about a 3-month, and you said,
Mention that.
We talked
potential
about the fact that they
Corey,
would
no,
continue
did we say year to
services
year,
past the
not month to
30th of
month?
June.
Correct. So
Without a
we talked about local law, we talked about a lot of different things that what is represented here is a renewal of the current.
Right.
And when we talk about new things, we won't actually be able to vote on this particular piece of legislation, so we're gonna need something different.
Then should we meet offline so you can tell me what it is that you want me
Yep.
to
I didn't
put
think
in
that-
the letter?
Yeah, I thought that basically you just said that you would go with the old agreement and that's it. And you would consider, because of all the feedback you got, the old agreement was just the same thing. What she presented.
But there's a substantial savings to the city to change. And I think that the counselors were interested in that.
Right.
Okay. So, is this gonna be tailored a lot? Because you can just resubmit it. You can just withdraw this one and resubmit the new thing.
Right, but I need to know what to put
Yeah,
in the
that's-
letter
yeah,
so that I
so
can
that's what
get
I'm
it to
saying.
you and have it be correct.
We withdraw this
Yeah.
for now, and then we'll iron out the terms and then be able to.
Sounds good.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So 63 will withdraw.
Withdraw.
I was at the meeting, so I don't know what.
Yep, withdraw 62, withdraw 63. The remainder are ready.
Okay, thank you, Counselor. Counselor Jones-Rouser.
Mr. Pro Temp, I have item 68 through 70, and all items are ready.
Okay, and you, also, we have a supplemental. We have a waiver of the rules for 71. Counselor,
Yes, I have a waiver item, item number 71. Do you speak on this?
Yeah, somebody should tell you what it is.
It's
okay.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Jen Diff, Director of Strategic Initiatives. Item number 71 would be an agreement, an amendment to an existing agreement with Verizon of New York, which essentially allows the city to access Verizon's pole systems to make certain types of attachments. We already obviously do this today for attachments related to our street lighting and some of our other emergency equipment applications. So that's the existing agreement. The amendment would also allow us to make certain attachments that we would need to pursue for the expansion of our broadband system. And so the amendment itself is really just an additional fee schedule that Verizon requires for those pole attachment licenses, basically.
And just to be clear, this money was already allocated. It
Right,
just
the
needed to
the
have
funding
a
for this
update.
has already been appropriated, and it's actually all being reimbursed by a state of New York grant, but Verizon won't actually accept our poll applications until the amendment is approved.
Okay.
So this is just for this. Would this be the same with Spectrum as well? Poles, Time Warner poles?
So Spectrum doesn't actually own any poles in the city of Syracuse. I presume they also use Verizon's poles. The only entities that really own poles that we can attach to in the city are National Grid and then Verizon, and some are co-owned by Grid and Verizon. So we do already have an existing agreement with National Grid that covers us for broadband. We just need to amend our agreement with Verizon.
Can you, at some point, get me a picture of the attachment that goes on the houses?
Oh, sure.
Because I assumed that I saw a couple, but I
Yeah.
asked one person who owns the property if that was that, and
Sure.
she said she didn't know what
She
it
didn't know.
was.
Okay, yeah, I can get you a picture of what that looks like. It's a pretty small, it's like the size of a cell phone, actually, just,
Oh, then it was not that.
Yeah.
Okay,
any other questions?
No
Thank you,
questions?
counselors.
thank you.
Okay, there's no more questions. I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.